And staying on the hostage issue, new footage was made public last night showing the capture of an IDF tank along the Gaza border by a crowd of Hamas terrorists on October 7th. There were 4 soldiers kidnapped in the tank. There were 4 soldiers in the tank. 2 were killed during the attack, Oz Daniel and Shaked Dahan. Their bodies were dragged into Gaza. The other 2, Nimrat Cohen and Omer Nutra, were taken alive. They are believed to still be so as hostages. Now, the video of their capture was shown on Israel's Channel 12 News with permission of the soldiers' families. And joining us now is a cousin of one of those individuals who was in the tank and is believed to still be held hostage alive in Gaza, Omer Nutra. Yasmin Magal is joining us from Jerusalem. Yasmin, thank you so much for joining us. Let's start maybe by telling us a bit about Omer. He sounds like a remarkable young man, raised in Long Island, New York, as I was, left what I think I'm sure was a comfortable life there to come to Israel to defend this country.
Right. Thank you so much for having me. Omer is such a great kid. He's 22 years old. He was kidnapped when he was 21, but a week later, his birthday is on October 14th, so he turned 22. He indeed grew up in Long Island in his comfortable life. And after graduating from high school, he decided to take a gap year in Israel. And he fell in love with Israel and decided to stay and draft and protect this country. And he drafted and became a tank commander. And you all saw the footage yesterday. Him and his team were by the Gaza border protecting Israel. And they didn't stand a chance. So, yeah.
I'm sure it's very difficult. And I recall his parents spoke in front of the Republican National Convention, and they have been campaigning to draw attention to his case. And I imagine as part of that, that's why, for example, the families gave permission for that footage to be released. But I'm sure that was a very painful thing. And it's a challenging and difficult time for the entire family to have to have that out there. Maybe tell us about how the family and you are coping with that.
So I can tell you the past 10 months, over 10 months, has been difficult. Specifically, since yesterday, since the footage has been released, yes, we got a little bit more attention about that. But it's not like it's new to us. We are familiar with the video, and I mean, I personally didn't see it, and because I don't want to. But I was told what's in it in the beginning, like 10 months ago. So I know what's in it, and I mean, but it is difficult to have it out there now and shared with the world and for everyone to see. I don't want to see Omer like this. I know what happened, and that's enough. I'm fighting for him, and I just know that if I see this, it'll crush me, and I don't know if I can handle that right now. I need to be strong for him so he can stay strong, and that I could keep fighting for him.
Of course, that's entirely understandable. Yasmin, as I'm sure you're aware, there's reporting of this meeting tomorrow in Doha. Some are calling it maybe the best chance or last best chance to get a hostage deal. I wonder what message you have from yourself or from your family, both to, for example, the Israeli government, but also to the wider world, the international community, keeping in mind, of course, that Omer himself is also a U.S. citizen.
Right. My message is that we need to remember all the hostages and make sure that in any deal that is sealed, Omer is included along with everyone else, and that no one is left behind. That's my message to the world and to the Israeli government and to all governments. Young men are people too, and soldiers are people too. Omer is a soldier, but he is my baby cousin. He's only 22 years old, and men suffer and as hostages as well. Men suffer in captivity, and we need to remember that and make sure that we don't leave anyone behind, including the young men.
Right, absolutely. Those who have been so valiant in defending this country. Yasmin Magal, we thank you so much for joining us. And of course, we extend our deepest hopes that Omer and all the hostages will be able to come home as safely and as soon as possible. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.